your day for sure. In the morning, y'all. On the ImJustSayin show with the Algiers diamond. She'll start your day for sure. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. ImJustSayin show.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Get up, hey. Get up, hey. Come on, give me some shoulder. What? Give me some shoulder. Come on, tap that screen. Tap that screen. Come on, share and invite. Come on, share and invite. Come on, tap that screen. Tap that screen. Tap that screen. Come on, swipe and invite. Come on, share and invite. Oh, come on, give me some shoulder. Hey, now give me some shoulder. Come on, give me some shoulder. Give me some shoulder. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Tap that screen. I see you. I see y'all coming in here. What's up, Robinson Tech? What's up, Nicole? How y'all doing? Hit that share button. What's up, Lee Mormon? Good morning. I see you. I see y'all this morning. Tap that screen. Tap that screen. I see y'all. Oh, yes, I see y'all. I see y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is January 18th, 2021, the day that we celebrate Martin Luther the King. Yes, Martin Luther the King. So all y'all home. So y'all need to be getting up on here. I see y'all logging in. Y'all need to be getting up on here, hitting that share button so y'all can swipe, invite, share with all your friends to let them know that Algiers Diamond is live and in the place to be this morning. Yes, I am. Ooh, and I'm feeling good. Y'all saw that smooth thing? I did like a smooth swiggle. Y'all saw that this morning? I was like, hold up, I said, good morning. Good morning. I was like, oh, I gave y'all a little, ooh, look at that shoulder. That shoulder was smooth with it this morning. I put some Bengay right here and right underneath here, like I was a robot, and I needed to, how you say, um, can you put some oil? I put some Bengay right there so I could give y'all the smoothest shoulder for Martin Luther the King. That's what I did. I was trying to make sure that y'all knew, that I was coming strong on this Monday morning because civil rights was it still is very important. It was important then, it's important now. We still fighting for the daggone civil rights. But if you go fight for the civil rights, you might as well be squeaky and smooth with it. You see what? So smooth with it. I'm so stupid. So it's early in the morning, and y'all, I was up last night at 12 midnight eating. I was eating tacos. I had some nachos, some dope nachos that my daughter made, and I had some scrimp. I also had some crabs. I had some sausage. I had all kinds of things. It was so good at midnight, and it was awesome. And I had a great night. And I woke up this morning and I was excited. I was excited because I have a special guest on today, my girl Franqi French. I'm gonna give y'all so much more information on her when she comes on, so that you guys can get to know exactly who she is, because she is the queen bee round here. Okay, so before we get into that, y'all know how I like to do. Good morning, good morning, good morning to y'all. Good morning, good morning. Good morning to you. Hey, I hope you slept well because I prayed for you. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning to Leroy. Good morning, Susie. Good morning to Kendricks. Good morning, Marlon. I hope you slept well, Nicole, because I prayed for you, Lee. Good morning to Robinson. Good morning, Nicole Elon. That's my sister, and Kendricks, and all Melly Mel is in the house. Thank y'all for tapping that screen so I can see y'all name. Good morning to y'all. Oh, that's something about Frankie that y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn. We got a lot more in common than y'all think we do. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. Moving on. Let's shout out the folks who are celebrating birthdays on today. These birthday people, y'all know y'all get on my nerves. Y'all do because y'all always feel like privileged on your birthday. It's Martin Luther King Day. So you really shouldn't be celebrating your birthday on Martin Luther King Day. Okay, he's the only one that should be celebrating his birthday on Martin Luther King Day. Today is Jimmy Lavelle's birthday. Also, Curtis Jones, Josh Shams is celebrating a birthday. Sid Reynolds is celebrating a birthday on today. Errol Hogan, Nicole Williams, Yerodin Bellucci is celebrating his birthday on today. Rachel Kiersey, Curtis Jones, he is a gospel singer. Hey, Curtis, come on now, come through with your birthday on today. Minister Eden Johnson is also celebrating. Veronica Garrison Richardson, my god sister, is celebrating her birthday on today. Nikedra Fitzgerald Triplet is also celebrating. Matthew Rosenbeck, Latrice Anderson, and the birthday that counts the most this morning, my beautiful niece is celebrating her 32nd birthday, Brittany Woods. It's up, baby. I love you. I love you, niece. I love you. So this for you. This just for Brittany, and then we go get to the others. Happy birthday to you. Okay, you got a line. All right. So the rest of it is for everybody. Brittany, you can't be, trying to be selfish. Happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to y'all. And now what's that number one zodiac sign? Still ain't sure. I don't even care if it's Martin Luther King birthday. It's still not the number one birthday sign. It's not the he even got a song. You know what I'm saying? He even got his own song. We say happy birthday to you. He got his own special song, but he's still not the number one zodiac sign. The number one zodiac sign is and always will be. Um Libra. It's not Aquarius. It's not Cancer. It's not Leo or Capricorn. Is it Sagittarius? Is it Scorpio? Is it, what's the other ones? I don't even remember. Oh, there's Gemini, um, Virgo. But almost doesn't count. Yeah, you almost were a Libra. You almost were so fly. But your mama wasn't nasty at the right time. She was a little early with it. Your mama's was a little early with it, Virgos, because if she would have been at that right time, you would have been boom, 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 a Libra. You know what I'm just saying? Capricorn, you end and start the year, Brittany. That's why you know what year we just came out of? And do you know what's been happening at the beginning of this year, Brittany? I think that you should just take it, pack it up, put it in your chest, and run into the D line with that thing. Because we just came out of one of the most craziest year, 2020, and y'all ended it. And then you started it with some foolishness too, like storming of the Capitol and white people going absolutely absurd. Did they go absurd? They did. White people did. They went crazy at the beginning of this year, and it's gonna. We don't know where they gonna go out on the 20th. We don't know what's gonna happen. Washington D.C. looks like a um war zone. Yes, that's what it does. So get your life together. Brittany said that started in November of 2019. Oh, don't bring that up. June to bring that up. We're at COVID 2021 now. We're at COVID 21. It's time for the spill, y'all. It's time for the spill. So I can bring up my girl, Franqi French, in just a moment. Get ready, baby. Time for the spill now. Let's call this time exactly what it is. Just get the spill and don't you choose the side. Sit yourself down in your house and realize. And while you're moving, get ready, baby. Let's call this time exactly what it is. What the spill, what the spill, what the spill. Oh, what the spill. Oh, what the spill. Oh, what the spill. What's the spill? What's the spill? What's the dealio? What's the happening? What's going on? What's the word, bro? What it is? What it is? What it is? What's the 411? What's the spill? What's the spill for today? Well, I have a wonderful, wonderful guest that I'm about to bring on and put. I couldn't even find. I wanted to put video of some of her stand up. But let's see. Let me tell you a little bit about Franqi French. She is a bi woman of color based in Los Angeles and already a national presence in the comedy world. She has graced the stages of the Kennedy Center, the Hollywood Improv, the Comedy Store, and has performed alongside funny people like Fortune Feimeister, D.L. Hewley, and Nicole Byer. You can Google her and find some amazing things. And I call her friend. And she is coming on the screen with me right about now. Let me get her microphone going. Good morning.
Good morning. You are so funny. Thank you
Girl.
for having me on here. This is fun. Your opening is chef kisses. Amazing. Love it.
Oh, don't do all that. Don't do all that. I'm a thug around here. I'm not trying to, be
Oh
blushing
my
on
God.
camera.
You are a little sweet, innocent angel baby. You better stop it. You mean you're a hug. You are HUG.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, I'm a thug around here. Okay.
You need to get hug life tatted on your chest.
This little bird chest, I don't know if I can handle all of that.
It'll poke right through the back.
I love it. I love it. Franqi. Thank you
Hey,
for
girl.
coming on this morning. We have so much in common, is what I was saying. Is Franqi used to do a show uh monthly. I think it was monthly. Was it
Mhm.
monthly?
It was monthly, yeah.
It was monthly at the Comedy Draft House in Washington, D.C., where she did all of the talented things that she has been blessed and gifted with as far as her gifts and talents. So she would sing. And I met Franqi singing. Like we were doing comedy, but we stepped outside and we was just having a little sing off thing.
Yes, yes,
You're not gonna
yes,
outsing me around here.
yes, yes. Oh no, I'll sing you. No, 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 no.
No,
I'm not making them claims. No, no, no. I just
no.
like to sing.
You love to sing and you know all the show tunes and all the great, like she put on such a great show. I used to just go there just to watch, not even to be on the show, just to watch. I used to love and enjoy watching you on the stage. And then something happened. You went to competition.
I
And
did.
tell us about that, mama.
That was a year ago. So in when did it start? I think I want to say it was June, July, some last summer, the summer before last. So the
Yes.
summer of 2019, I went actually to New York to do a show. It was on a Friday night, and my high school friend of my husband's actually and mine had passed away. So the plan was for me to go do that show and to come back to DC to go to her services. And my friend there, said, "Hey, Franqi, NBC has their auditions tomorrow. You should come and do it. Sleep out in the street and go audition with me in the morning."
Wait a
And I was
minute.
like, "What
Sleep out in
happened?"
the street.
Girl, yes, sleep out on the street with the rats in like just on the street, right? And I was like, "Nah." I said, "Nah, I gotta get home." She's like, "Well, you're not doing anything tonight. Just come, um, sit in line with me because you got to get out there early. They only see the first 100 comics." And when we got there at like 5 in the morning, we got there probably like 3 in the morning. We were like number 60 something. And by the time the morning came, there were like 500 comics in line because,
Wow.
you're just sitting, waiting, hoping someone gets too tired and leaves the line, right?
Yeah.
So this is for Stand Up NBC, which is a national competition. They do it every year. Over the course of the whole festival, they see probably about 3,000 comics. And then
Jesus.
they dwindle it down to one and they crown them the winner. And you get a development deal and they groom you to make your entrance into the industry, so to speak. It's really dope. And the funny thing is, my friend Glow Butler, who's also a comedian, she told me about the competition years ago when I first started comedy.
Right.
And I told her then, back in like 2015, I said, "I don't know when or how, but that's my in into the industry. I'm going to win that. And that's how I'm going to get in." Right.
Wowzers.
And so I went every year. I went 2015, 16, 17. And then I didn't go 2018. Why? And this is an important lesson. I want any comic, really any entertainer that's working on something, to hear this part. I didn't go in 2018 because I listened to a lot of people that were very negative about the competition and saying things like, "Well, it's rigged. The only people that they actually pick have management. It's not really set up for people like us." So I got sour on it. And rather than looking at what I was doing wrong and how I could improve and how I could do better, I'm like, "Yeah, it's the competition. They're out to get me," and just making all these false beliefs true in my mind.
Right.
And not really putting forth the effort to change who I was and what I was doing, the way that I was doing things.
Yeah.
How can I be better, faster, smarter, stronger, right? I wasn't asking those questions. So I went through the next year, 2018. At the end of that year, I got an opportunity to perform at the Hollywood Improv.
Come on.
And so I was there in LA for about a week. I was on Woman Crush Wednesday. Marcella Aguilera.
Yes.
Marcella, if you see this, I'm so sorry if I mispronounced your last name.
Aguilera.
Yes, okay. So you know who I'm talking about. She's phenomenal. I love her. And she has a show there, or had a show there called Woman Crush Wednesdays. So I flew out to do that show. It was amazing.
Yes.
And I was just hanging out and kind of going to all the different spots. And I went to the Laugh Factory. And I remember I'm sitting in the audience and there's this dude on stage murdering everything.
Okay.
And I'm watching him and I'm like, "Who is that? I've never seen him before. He's incredible." And so I'm a comedy stalker. Like, if I love you, we're going to talk. I need to understand who you are as a human, right?
Yep, what size underwear I wear. I know. My bra sets, all that stuff.
So I follow him outside and we start talking, and it was Mike E. Winfield. And as we're talking, somebody walks by and they're like, "Congrats, man." And they keep on going. And so I said, what did they congratulate you for? And he goes, "Oh, I just won Stand Up NBC." And I said, "Really?" And so I'm like, "Tell me what that was like." So he talks about it. And I said, "You know what?" I said, I'm auditioning next year and I'm going to win. Forgot all about saying that, right? So again, fast forward, I'm sitting in line with my friend after my show. And in my mind, I'm like, "Okay, I'm going to go audition. I'm not going to pass through. And then I'm going to get on my bus, go home, and go to my friend's homegoing services," right?
Pause.
So
were you on the mega bus or on the which one you was on? The mega bus got Wi-Fi. Just want to know.
Girl, I was probably tied to a roof rack or something. I didn't. I haven't worked in like 3 years, so my husband takes care of everything.
Amen.
And so, the little bits of pennies that I get I'm responsible for my own stuff, right? So all I could probably afford was I was in somebody's suitcase in a trunk. Like, I don't know what I was flying back or coming back on.
Right.
So I'm sitting outside, right? And I'm sitting in the line. And I'm like, "Okay, what jokes am I going to tell?" Because this first audition, they give you 1 minute. You have 60 seconds to make them laugh or see something in you to pass you along, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, what joke am I gonna tell? And I'm like, I don't know. So I made up this one joke. The opening joke was, I just got back my DNA results, and it turns out I'm 25% Irish, which I thought was weird until I realized I got my test done at 23andMe too, which is a slavery joke wrapped in a rape joke, right? So, right. So
What?
it's a lot of layers in that one line, right?
Yes.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna open with that, and then I don't know, I'll say something. I don't know, right? So I get up there, I open with that joke, leveled the room, right?
I
I
love it.
see all the judges' faces on the counter, banging their hand, right? So I'm like, okay, I got him, right? So I hit, and I get off stage, and I'm just sitting there. We go outside, and they let you know immediately, and
Oh
within
wow.
5 minutes, if you're, yeah, you know right now if you're going or not. And so the list comes out, and my friend's like, the list is out, and I was like, okay, well, someone will let me know if I got through. I don't want to
Right.
go look. And she's like, Franqi, you made it. I'm like, oh shit, okay, bet. So now we have to stay around and come back and do round two, right? That night. And so I called my husband. I was like, babe, I'm not gonna I said, okay, look, this is what's going on. I just auditioned, I passed through. I said, and I don't know why. I said, but I think I could win. Would you be upset with me if I stayed and you go and represent us at the funeral? And he said, girl, if you don't stay and try to live your dreams, he's like, I
Come
will.
on.
Yeah, he's like, I will burn you up. He's like, you better stay. Like, that's what you need to do. And I said, okay. He said, Keisha will understand. She will want you to do that, right? I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, cool. So I go through, and now I got 2 minutes to impress the judges, right? So I'm
Right.
like, okay. So I'm gonna add my roommate joke on, right? So I go up, I do the same minute, and then I add the joke about my daughter being my roommate. Smash it, right?
Right.
And that's when, how does that one work? Okay, this is after you do that one, then you're going to the semifinals if you pass. But they don't tell you right away. They give you a phone number at the end of your audition. They say, okay, call this number tonight, 10 p.m., and then we'll let you know if you're going to the semifinals, which will happen the next day.
Right.
So my friend's like, cool, come crash at my place, don't even trip, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's shout out to Chewy May. Thank you for always taking care of me when I'm in New York. And
Oh.
we go to
Oh,
her
you took
house.
care of me while I was in New York. Mimi, you hooked me up and I went and
Yes,
slept by Mimi. Cause a
that's
girl.
my boo.
I
Yes,
have no place to go.
yes, yes, of course.
And
Um,
and I don't want to stop your story, but I want to ask you, Keisha, you talking about Keisha from Power? You went to her funeral? No. Okay.
no, my girl Keisha Rose. Oh, you should see. You know what?
I love you. I love
You
you.
play entirely too much. You are stupid.
God bless your friend. God bless your friend. Rest in
No,
peace.
it's my longtime friend. So okay, so we're at Chewy's house, right?
Hmm.
So it's 9:30, it's 9:45, it's 9:50, it's 9:55, 9:56, 57, 58, 59, 10 o'clock. And she was like, Franqi, did you call yet? And I said, no. She goes, are you going to call? I said, no. I said, someone will post on Facebook. And then that's how I'll know if I pass through. I don't want to call. Like, I'm just not, I don't want to call. And
Right.
she's like, can you just call for me? Like, it's killing. And I said, no. And so then she comes in the room. She's like, I just called. You need to call. I said, Chewy, just tell me, did I pass through or not? She goes, you passed through. And they said,
Amen.
she goes, and they said your name first. You have to call and hear it. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I call. I'm like, okay, cool. Whew. So then the next night are the semifinals, right?
Hmm.
And so I go. A couple of friends came. Some people that I had waited in line with, they come. And some club owners that I had worked with in New York show up, right?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
so I'm seeing people, seeing me, seeing them. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. What are you doing here? I said, oh, I'm in the semifinals. Like, oh, shit. Okay, that's what's up. So they put me last, right?
Oh,
And then the headliner, while they tally the votes, was Mike E. Winfield, the winner from
the
last year.
last year. Right.
So I go up, and I'm not, and you know me, Algiers, I do not sit up and brag on anything. I don't ever brag like, oh, I murdered it. I did this. I don't do that. But I need to say, on that day, I leveled that stage. I burnt it to the ground.
To
I
the ground.
murdered. What do you say?
To the ground.
To the ground
Because that's my
with a
friend.
T on it.
Come
Ground.
on now.
Yeah.
Grout.
Tat, 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 tat. It was that, right?
Yes.
So I come off stage, Mike goes up, does his thing, and he finds me as soon as he gets off stage. You see him looking, he finds me. And he goes, Franqi, I think you might win this whole thing. He said, you made me, I had to work so hard going behind. He said, I could barely go behind you. And I was
Wow.
like, I said, Mike, that makes me feel so good. Because that's a bit. Now, remember, I just saw this dude last year.
Right.
Right?
In Hollywood. Yes.
In Hollywood, right. So we take a pic, and then he says, I remember you. I remember seeing you last year at Laugh Factory right
Come on
after I
now.
won, and
Come
we
on
were
now.
talking. They said, and you told me then you were gonna come back this year and win. He said, I think you might do it.
Yes.
Now I'm sized, right?
Right.
So, but after this one, we have to wait like a month to find out who the finalists are, who's going to be flown to LA, put up in a dope ass hotel, and do the finals, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I come back home and I'm back in my Lyft car driving my Lyft, right? So this is like 3-4 weeks later. My phone rings and it comes up NBC. So I put them in my phone as NBC because
come on through.
Right, because I need to see that and be inspired and throw up a little bit when I see the number come up, right?
Right.
So I see the number and I'm like, okay, all right, Franqi, this could be everything or it could be nothing. Just calm down. Answer the phone like you don't even care, right?
Right.
So
Play cool.
Hello, right? That's me. French phone. How can I help? Like an idiot, right? So, like when I met Dave Chappelle, and I was like, "Yes, Dave Chappelle. Nice to meet you, Dave Chappelle." Girl, whole government like an idiot, right? So I answered the phone. It's Jandice. She's the director of talent and inclusion. Love her. Shout out to Jandice. And she's like, hey, Franqi, very somber voice. And I'm like, just tell me I didn't pass so I can just get off this god awful phone call and go drive my car into an ocean, right?
Right.
She's like, hey, Franqi, I've been on these calls all day and I've had some really, really difficult phone calls. We really loved all of you guys, but only a certain number of you guys can pass through to the finals. And it's really hard for me to say, but you made it to the finals. And I was like, bitch. You want to play with me like that?
Don't be playing with my emotions.
Don't play with my emotions. Now, my birthday is November 6th. Shout out to Scorpios, and we are the best. Don't listen to what Algiers said. We the best.
Would you like me to mute you? Because I can. I got power. Because you're funny.
So, my birthday is November 6th. The finals were on November 5th. So the minute I find out, I call my husband. I said, babe, the finals are on November 5th. I said, there's no way God put these finals basically on my birthday and I'm not going to win. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It just doesn't.
Come on with the faith.
It don't work like that. Not my God. Not the way he don't work like that with me. He knows how superstitious I am.
Don't make me
not going to play with my emotions like that.
I didn't ask you to be a preacher today, Franqi. Come on now. Come on.
Okay.
Hallelujah.
So I get a whole brand new weave. I get a couple new outfits. I get some shiny leather pants, right?
Yes.
Leather pants.
I love the shiny leather pants.
Those are my favorite pants. Girl, I bought 3 pair. Okay. So I'm like, if I run out of one, I'm going to need some backups because these are my jam, right? Those pants have gotten a standing ovation. Just the pants, right?
Yes.
I get to LA. They were doing it at Hollywood Improv, right?
Yes.
I get there and I'm a ball of nerves. Why? Because the whole audience, and you've done this before, when you audition or perform for just industry, it's like pulling teeth trying to make them laugh because they're around comedy 24/7.
Yes.
So you got to really do something special for them to get an actual laugh, right?
Right.
So I'm watching my counterparts go up, and because we had a little waiting room, a watch room upstairs. So I'm watching, and they're doing their thing, but the audience is just like, it's not giving them too much, right? And so I'm like, this is gonna be painful. So I'm watching them go up, and they're doing well, but it's not inspiring for me to go up and like, okay, I'm gonna be good, I'm gonna kill, right?
Right.
And I got the homeboy T Murph is in the audience. He's on Woke right now.
Yes.
And he's in the audience. And you know, there's a special thing among black comedians, right? We don't like you until you're funny. I don't know, you know that, right? Like we'll like if we meet you, it's like, okay, yeah, we cool. But if you get up on stage and embarrass yourself, all right, we not cool, right?
Right.
So now I'm auditioning for industry and for to be friends with Team Earth. Like that's what the auditions become now, right?
Basically.
And
Come
so
on.
and it's not just Murph, it's Murph and a couple other black comedians, right? All well established, very hilarious, sitting right to left of stage, right? So they're right in your line of sight. And so I'm like, okay, I gotta make these niggas laugh because if I don't, my name is trash, right? So
Right.
plus the audience. So Takara Williams is hosting.
Oh my gosh. Come on now.
Love right, love her.
Yes.
So I'm a ball of nerves, right? So I go up on stage and I'm walking and I'm just praying in my mind. I'm praying. I'm like, Lord, please just carry me through this performance. I just need you to get me to the end of this performance. Let me do well. And I swear, I kid you not, Algiers, when my foot stepped on the step, it was like everything drained out of me and God just pushed me forward. I've never felt anything like that before. Like I'm getting chills right now thinking about it.
Come
And
on.
it was like, you're okay. I got you. Like I wasn't even moving myself onto the stage, right?
Yes.
And you've ever been in one of those moments on stage where everything's firing on every cylinder, everything is clicking, and you and the audience are just one organism? That it just popped just like that. And I stepped on that stage, and my first joke out my mouth, the audience said, boom. And I was like, I got these mother, right? And so I just went bam, 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 bam. And I'm laughing and I'm jumping, and the audience is falling over in the seat. And T-Murph's like, okay, all right, okay, I see you,
Love
I
it.
see you. And so I come off stage, right, to like just raucous applause. And I come off stage and we're outside and it's a group of all the black comics. Cause you know we gotta find each other and we gotta collectivize, right?
Child, we got to.
And so it's me, Kenise, Mobley out of New York, Andre Thompson out of New York, and we're all and T Murph and a bunch of LA dudes, and we take a picture, and Murph's just like, you know, okay, yeah, you funny, all right, you fun. I'm like, yes, you know, and that was a bigger cosign for me than everything else. You know what I mean?
Right.
When your people rock with you,
Yes.
I can't because this industry it's like they try to make it not for us,
They
but we
do.
dominate it.
And we
You know
do.
what I
We
mean?
definitely do. You
Yeah,
are
we do
correct.
it in reality. We for real do. Whether you see us a lot, it doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you right now, we are crushing it. We are hilarious. We're beautiful. We're eclectic. We're all of the different types of comics. We're all of those,
We
right?
are every single one of them. We're
Every
the
last one of
writers in
them.
the background that people don't know. Uh, you know, black people in comedy in the industry are absolutely amazing, and we're chameleons. We
And
change
that's the thing. We have to be though because no one's giving us anything. So we have
exactly.
to know how to produce, how to write, how to film, how to shoot. We have to know how to do that because when we do our own exact boom, you're living proof of that. When we do our own thing, it's got to be right and on point,
Yes,
right? Because nobody's going to help us. So I come inside
come through.
and Jandis sees me, right? And she walks up to me and she grabs me by the wrist. She goes, Franqi, how does it feel? What does she say? Hold on. How does it feel to be a criminal? Oh no. That's not what she said. She goes, how does it feel to have blood on your hands? And
Ooh.
I said, what? I was like, what you mean? She said, because bitch, you murdered. And I have never, and that cosign was like my whole heart just, I was like, okay, regardless of what happens,
Hmm.
it doesn't matter if I win or not. At this point, I just won. It doesn't matter if I win because the
Exactly.
industry knows I'm that bit. You know what I mean? The
Yes,
industry's aware of who I am. I'm
exactly.
good, right? So I enjoy the rest of my week in LA.
I'm gonna pause you.
Yeah.
You don't even realize when you found out that you won. I don't know if you remember this. I was one of the first people that you told, and you was like, Algiers, can you keep a secret? Can you keep a secret? I'm like, yes, I can keep a secret. And I'm all jittery all in the inside and giddy and happy and praising God because you did it. And I was so excited and I couldn't tell nobody.
I
I ain't
told
even.
all my black comedy sisters because what was important to me to tell y'all because we don't get a whole lot. We don't get, I'm talking about black women, period. Whether
Yes.
you're in comedy, whether you're in corporate, whether you're a doctor, lawyer, nurse, nutrition, no matter what facet of the world you're working and living in, we
Mm-hmm.
don't get a whole lot. You know, we are bare bones, and whatever we do, and anything I do, if I can share it, I'm sharing it. If I can inspire you, I hope that I do. But that's why I called you. I called uh well, I'm not gonna list the names, but I called a rack of my girlfriends. Well, there's we'll talk another time offline.
There's a whole bunch, and yeah.
Yes, and those are the people that, and then I texted my, you know, my close family, like my people, you know. But it's important for us to see each other do well because that
Yes.
clears a path. That's one more door knocked down. That's one
Yes.
more step kicked over. That's one more obstacle you don't have to climb. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's important for us to reach back and pull somebody else forward so that they can then do the same thing. That's imperative. It's important. It's our responsibility. And if you don't want the responsibility, move out of the way and give it to somebody else. That's
Yes.
our job. Okay.
Exactly.
And from that, I moved to LA January 20th to work directly with NBC. I got my holding deal, and then the pandemic hit.
Right.
Like mid step, like hold up, skirt. We take a break, sit down, and I came home because my husband and my daughter were still here in Virginia,
Right.
and I came home to quarantine with them, and we're still here, right? And I was depressed. I found out I was pregnant early start of the quarantine, and then I lost the baby.
Oh
And that
wow.
was devastating. It was
I'm so sorry.
devastating.
I'm
Well,
very
what
sorry.
happened, I'm watching what happened with George Floyd. I've never been so affected
Mm.
by, I mean, I'm always affected when I see police brutality, especially when it's directed against people that look like me.
Right.
But that was so profound to watch someone stand on a person, a human person, a human, let me say that again,
A
a
human.
human person, a
Yeah.
living person, and have no care.
None.
I've never seen anything like that in all the life. I've seen it in movies,
It was
Mississippi
traumatizing.
Burning.
It
You know, I've
was
seen it on, yeah.
absolutely traumatizing.
And I've never been in a state of hopelessness and
Yeah.
pain.
Yeah.
I've never felt pain like that. And this is what white America, I don't think they understand. Yes, it
Yeah.
was sad and it hurt to see. But when we see that, we see ourselves, we see our
Yeah.
children. I see my father, I see my brother, I see my daughter, I see my husband. That's what we see. And it's a pain that I can never explain to a white person. I can never explain to you what that feels like ever.
Exactly. That Frankie, during that time, that's when I was like, you know what? I can't do another morning show. I can't do another show because there's something else for me to do. And so, of course, being multifaceted, that's when I just started to lead the charge in the protest here and
Mm-hmm.
getting out speaking and getting the community involved and bringing the village together. And because it weighed that much on me, it weighed so much.
Mm-hmm.
So it is something that I truly understand. uh,
Mm-hmm.
and so many times trying to explain it to our white counterparts online, some of them try to immediately start making jokes, and I'm like, wait a minute, pump your brakes, because I
Mm-hmm.
will kill you. I will jump
Mm-hmm.
through this screen and drop kick you right in your chest, because this is not what we gonna do here. You know what I'm saying? But
No.
as comics, we do find the funny in things. But at that time, there was nothing funny, and there's still nothing funny about it.
No.
And
No.
so, black people have been traumatized their entire daggone year. But we started off losing Kobe. Now, Kobe you might have been a big fan of Kobe, but that hurt. I remember when
Girl.
that hurt for weeks. I was
Girl.
crying over Kobe and his daughter and other people who passed away in that plane crash. So we had that. Then we have COVID, and we all at the house trying to figure out our lives because, again,
Mm-hmm.
you had just, one stand up NBC. you're doing great things and all that stuff came to a pause. Now you're quarantined with your husband, who is a great man. Your husband is a wonderful man because he's taking care of all the house and home while you ain't working. But he might not be able to cook. And maybe you was the one who had to cook the entire quarantine, so you already feeling some kind of way. Then he, it's like you got to deal with your daughter, okay, who is such a sweetheart, but she is you, and they and
100%,
you had to deal with you.
100%,
So now
one
you got to deal with you
hundred
and your little mini
percent.
you, and
Yeah,
then we saw this travesty, this murder, which just changed the whole trajectory of our thoughts. We were thinking about COVID and not catching this thing, and then
and
I
how
was
to make
like,
sourdough bread. Trying to figure out how to make sourdough bread.
"You was
Like
trying to
that's
make
very.
sourdough bread? Did
Oh,
you?"
I wasn't. The whites were. Like I
Oh,
saw many people growing
oh,
whatever growing their starter and making sourdough bread at this point.
oh,
Right before, yeah, right before the murder happened. That's what people were doing, making sourdough bread.
oh, but they can't cook, and they had to figure out how to use seasoning. And I was going to the grocery store and not finding seasoning, Frankie, during this time.
Hilarious.
And all the seasoning was gone. And I'm like, the white people couldn't have possibly bought all the seasoning up. They don't use it.
Hilarious. I
So,
had a joke a couple years ago that said, I know a black woman discovered weed because white women weren't foraging for herbs back then. They weren't out. They weren't out. They weren't out. We brought y'all weed. You're welcome. That was us.
you're
It was
welcome.
black women.
You are welcome.
We said, oh, what's this? This smells like Jesus wants me to smoke it. Yeah, and then we smoked it and was like, oh, thank you, Lord, and kept it moving. That's what happened. And we
Okay.
found weed.
Oh, best. Girl, I am so proud of you.
Thank
I
you.
am so blessed. We share a connection. Uh, we might not talk on the phone all the time or text all the time, but we
Hmm.
still share a connection as Black women in the entertainment field, as Black mothers, as Black
Hmm.
wives, uh, and I'm just grateful that you would just allow me to have a little bit of time to share with my followers and viewers,
You better
just to
shut your
know you.
beautiful
Come
face.
on now,
You
get your
better shut it down. You are perfect and wonderful and amazing. I
you.
told you earlier, what I told you earlier, you were brought here literally by the hands of Jesus. He walked you down himself and placed you on the heads of pins for you to dance and be wonderful and beautiful and shed your light on. I'm honored to be on your platform.
Oh,
So
stop it.
thank you.
Stop it, Frankie. Okay, I told you I'm a thug. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
It's hug life. I done told you it's hug life.
I'm gonna throw these fun questions at you right now. I'm gonna
Yes,
throw these
yes,
fun
let's do
questions
it.
at you right. All right. One has got to go. Can you see the screen?
I
Hold up,
can.
hold up. Let me let me fix it. Let me fix it. We gonna put you, and then we are going to, let's see. Jesus. Come on now. Can you see my screen behind me?
Oh yeah, I can see it.
All right.
I
One has
definitely can see
got to
it.
go. One has got to go.
Um, I say we get rid of all of them, but if I have to pick just one, I read a conspiracy theory that McDonald's burgers are ground up babies. So let's get rid of McDonald's.
Wait
I'll
a
get.
minute.
You never heard that, girl?
I just got a little sick. I just got a little sick. Okay,
That's
one
what
of
I
these,
heard.
one of these, one of these white boys has got to go. Who going?
Wait,
Hold on.
okay. So I see Adam Sandler, Seth Rogen. Oh no!
Come on, one of them
These
got to go.
four.
Ha.
Oh God. Oh, I can't. Okay.
Ooh.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Oh no, I'm sorry, Adam Sandler. I love you so much, but it's got to be you.
Oh damn! Oh damn!
I'm so sorry. Cause Seth
Oh,
Rogen, he Seth be on Twitter just like championing for the black folks. So I
he
gotta
sure to
keep
do.
him.
Come on now,
Will
Seth.
Ferrell had that video with his daughter calling him a bitch. I can't get rid of that.
Yo, I
And
love
then
that.
Jim Carrey is Jim Carrey. He's an icon. So I'm sorry, Adam. Bye.
All right. We got one. One has got to go. Either the pancakes, the waffles, the French toast, or the cinnamon.
Pancakes. Goodbye. Bye, pancakes. You are
Wait.
weak and you're terrible and you're tired. You're like a poor man's waffle. Get out of here.
wait. Pause.
Yes, yes. I said what I said.
Ma'am,
Yes.
you don't like a good, like a pancake with the crispiness, like you just get the crispy and it's a buttery and crispy just around the edges, and then when you cut into that, oh, ah,
So I will say
I
this. I
felt
will
that.
say this. I call my daughter Squishy. And here's why I call her Squishy, because she loves pancakes, and her favorite part is the buttery syrup soaked one in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So the squishy is her favorite part of the pancake. So
Yeah.
she's the favorite part of my life, and so I call her my Squishy. So
Okay.
so for that, yes, I love pancakes, but no, out of those four, a cinnamon bun. You ever ate the center of a cinnamon
I have. Ah, ah.
bun? It's like kissing Jesus's ring finger. Like the center of a cinnamon bun is like a
What did he
wow,
do
yeah.
it? Won't he do it? Won't he
He
will?
does
Ha!
it
Ah,
right in
ah.
the center of that cinnamon bun.
All right, one gotta go, and this gonna be hard.
Uh
Oh, you about to?
oh no, it's not Kevin Hart. Bye.
Oh!
Oh look, because my brain was like, if Kev's up there, I love Kev. I love him. I respect his hustle, but those nine, bye.
Tho- Those
Bye.
nine. That's actually who I picked too. I was like, yeah, I love Kevin, but you know who I love? I love Cat Williams. I love Cat Williams. He is funny as I go by his little mantra. He had a joke. He said, "Look, if you been selling weed for all these years and you ain't moved
Yes.
up to cocaine, I can't fool with you. You got to be moving up."
Right,
That
right.
right there is a mantra for me. Listen, if you still, you know, around here doing X, Y, and Z, and you ain't moved up yet,
Okay.
sir, ma'am.
Hilarious. My comedy inspiration is Chappelle. From the front to the back, the beginning to the end. I study that man like a
I love
classroom.
him.
Like that's my dude.
I
Yeah.
love him also. I have no particular order, but that Cat Williams. Let's see, that's Dave Chappelle, Red Fox. I like him, and I will say that only because um his jokes sound like my daddy, and so
Hilarious.
I have to. my daddy always
Hilarious.
my daddy always coming up to me. I got a joke for you. You could no, father. This is what we not gonna do today.
Okay.
Okay, we
Okay, you will
not doing
not
the
be giving me
daddy
your
joke.
jokes.
The clean version at that, daddy. I'm just sorry because everything that I do ain't gonna be clean.
Hilarious.
You realize your
And ain't
daughter
that
is
church?
look, your daughter is nasty because she got
Hil-
4 children around here.
Hilarious. I only got one, but trust me, we be practicing.
Yeah.
Um, and then well, hold up. Chris Rock, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy,
Yes.
Bernie Mac. Yeah, come on, Kev. You the man, but you can't. Come on, you can't run in that pack. I'm sorry.
I would add if to not have someone go and just add to some of my comedy favorites as far as men, because this is not the women. I didn't even put a woman on there because we not separating us because I know my rights. Boom, we not putting down no
Hilarious.
women.
Not I know my rights.
But I would add to this list for myself, not making anybody go, but some of my favorites. I would add Jamie Foxx, and
Mm,
I would add Jamie because Jamie is multifaceted, just the way I am. I consider myself the female Jamie. I
okay,
sing.
first
I
off, Algiers, we about to fight, okay? And here, I'm gonna pull up my husband to tell you, right? I say the same thing about myself. I tell my husband, I'm like, I want Jamie Foxx's career. Like, I want to model my career that way because I
yes,
want to do that's me. I
yes,
do those things, you
I
know.
do those things, and I've
I'm
been
literally
doing them for so
writing.
long.
I'm literally writing a R&B musical to
Come on
start
now.
that I want him to star in, opposite myself, of course. But whatever. I
Listen,
mean, it's called Two Peas. It's real cute. But anyway, it's a love story. It's beautiful.
girl, I be having these dreams, and I be wondering if when I wake up, if Jamie felt me having that dream, and he
He
like
did.
looking for me. Okay,
He
I
did. He
know
felt it.
this
Yeah.
man is looking for moi around here because
Yes.
I want to do it. And I don't want to just be put, and I know you don't either, be put in a box of just a comedy or comedic acting. I can't just do that. I want to
Mm-mm.
spread my wings. I've been a
Yeah.
dramatic actor. I've been classically trained. I've been trained in the theater arts. I've been trained in the arts. I'm right now directing a movie. These are the things that are so,
Mhm.
dear to me. So that's what I'm doing. And we go have uh Ty was on here. Ty Davis was on here the other
Love
day.
her. Hey Ty. Hey
That's my
boo.
baby. And that's our girl. And so she was saying that she wanted to do a special. And I was like, let me direct that thing. So boom, this what we go do. Franqi French is go put out her movie with Jamie Foxx in that thing, and Algiers Diamond go at least get to direct a few scenes. That's all I'm saying. I'm putting it
Yes,
in the air.
girl, please, Lord. Yes,
Put it in
yes.
the air.
You're gonna act in it and sing on it too. What are you talking about?
Come
Yes,
on
this is all
through.
we all about the work. This ain't
Oh,
a me thing. This is a ussy. Yeah, we got this is
this
a
is a
ussy, not a
family
selfie.
thing. You are so sweet. We've been on here way past the time that I
Oh,
usually get off
oopsies,
here,
my bad.
but it's because you have so much, and you can't just squeeze in a little bit of Frankie and a little bit of time. You can't do that.
You better
Frank,
shut up.
Frankie, I love you on stage. I love you
Thank
off
you.
stage. I love you at home. I love you on Facebook. I love you on the Instagram. Make sure that y'all are following her on the Instagram, on the gram, on the Twitter. She got a blue check, and blue checks follow Algiers Diamond. All I'm saying is I just might be a little famous because I got famous friends. So y'all
You
don't
are
be
so silly. Thank you
make
so
sure
much for
y'all follow.
having me.
You are
I appreciate it. Can I get
you
one more piece before
you
we go?
surely can. Hold on. Let me put your picture back up so the people can see your picture in the background so they know, that, I just got go ahead. Now you can do it because I just like
This
to have you.
this is the last thing I want to say, and I want to make it as quick as possible.
Don't
And
make it
and I
quick if you don't have to.
okay, cool. But I want it to be as impactful as possible. So I had mentioned that I was pregnant and had the miscarriage, and I went to a really dark depression. And the thing that brought me out of it, this is so bizarre. Excuse me, I have like allergies, but the thing that brought me out of it was the show Black AF by Kenya
Ah,
Barris
yes. Yes.
on Netflix, right? I started watching it and watching this beautiful black family, so
Come on.
dynamic, just in areas that you don't normally see us flourish in. It was so beautiful. And I saw all the debate online from our people upset because this white woman was playing a black woman. I said, okay, first off, her daddy is Negro royalty. So I'm gonna need you to calm it all the way down. All right.
Boom.
If you don't
Come on.
know who her daddy is, now you need to be ashamed of yourself because Quincy Jones is the soundtrack to my birth. I don't know about y'all, but
Come
I
on
know my
in the
mamas and daddies.
garden. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, hello, church. Thank you. And say amen. And so I started a show called Debatable AF. And that show was initially for us to debate that show, but it grew into something more interesting and more beautiful. I had Michelle Buteau on, Shantae Wayans on, Zainab Johnson, a bunch of wonderful, amazing, talented men and women came on that show.
Mm-hmm.
And that inspired me to start my roast show online called French Roast, where we bring
Okay.
comedians on under the guise that they're going to roast this random audience member. And then when they come on, bam, we roast them. And
Oh. Oh. Thank
yeah,
you.
so if I ever invite you on, I'm going to roast you.
Oh.
So that got seen by some people at Variety, and that's how I became one of Variety's top 10 comics of 2020.
That is
Okay,
right.
so
You
my
know.
purpose for saying that is not to bring that credit up or hey, I'm not. It's not at all for that. My purpose of saying that is for anyone sitting out there watching, thinking they don't have enough to start. They have an idea, but I can't start it by myself. I can't do it by myself. I don't think I have enough behind it. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough this. I don't have enough that. I did it literally just with my laptop and a $25 camera that I bought on Amazon. And it resulted in that, which has brought me to my management team,
Yes,
my
God.
agent, which
Yes,
is
God.
bringing all of these, which brought me to my first appearance on a major network, which you guys will see coming up soon.
Come on
So
through.
my point is, if you have a dream, a thought, an idea, and you're waiting for someone else to help you make it, stop. Get
Gosh,
up
little
and
say.
go do it yourself
You
because
got
that you never know who is watching. You never know. So live your
Amen.
dreams, do your thing. Don't listen to anybody telling you can't, you won't, especially yourself, because you are the first one to tell yourself that you can't. Don't listen to that. Do it, because you never know what that one little small thing will lead you to. And that was the last little piece I wanted to say.
Frankie, there was a song that I listened to, and at the very end of it, it says, just one look. With just one look. I'm going to send it to you after I'm done
Please.
here. But with just one look, and that just one line sent me into this worship that I, with God, that my husband was looking, he was like, okay, she done got a word. Listen, just one look, that's all it takes. it
That's it.
that's all it takes. This show is going to be filmed and put on Amazon. It starts actually today. So
Awesome.
I'll be filming tonight, and this is the amazing thing. uh the woman uh who found me is actually a comedian, and it was just one time that I met her.
Mm-hmm.
And then she spoke to the people at the new network for the new channel and put,
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
it
Yeah. Yep. And you
it
put this all together yourself. You know
yeah.
what I mean? And people need to think and remember that you put it all together yourself, and you were consistent with it. You know what I mean? And that's what it takes. It takes an idea, it
Yeah.
takes a plan, it
Yeah.
takes implementation and
Yeah.
consistency. That's it. You
Yes.
can do it bare bones, and your whole setup is beautiful.
Oh, thank
At
you.
the same time, anybody, you can do a thing with just the background. I don't do my thing with this background, but you could do a thing with just this background and make it something. Just be
Yes.
consistent, have a plan, have an idea. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And follow through with it. That's all that it takes. And you never know. And your one little seed can grow into a little sprout, into a flower, into a whole mighty tree.
Yes.
And just remember that. Remember that you're more than what you're telling yourself you are.
Listen.
That's all. That's my last little piece, and I'm gonna shut
No,
up.
girl, you giving. I told you that you don't need. What we need to do is pass around the collection plate. That's what we need to do.
Hilarious.
Okay, that's what we need to do. We need to just pass around the collection plate, because I was about to go ahead on and start shouting up in this thing. You know what I'm saying? I was about to start. I was looking for the music so that we could play just a little, like I needed to find the background music, the organ, so that I could get you started, because I know that you could do that. Okay. I want to shout out Catherine Maloney, because Catherine Maloney is the young woman comedian out of Florida who shouted me out. But I was looking for this music and I can't find the daggone music. But you know what I was gonna do? Die, and you was gonna give me
Yes,
you gonna
yes.
give me a seed, and you go exchange, and we go just move up.
That's it. That's all. And now my life's going in a completely different direction it wouldn't have gone in. I just got tapped also too by one of the major literary agencies in New York to write a book, which
Okay,
I can't really talk too much about, but I'm very, very excited about it.
I'm
It's
writing a
going to
book.
be a bestseller. It's going to be a show. Like it's going to be so many things. And I think that not just um, Black women, but humans are going to connect with it on I've lived so many different lives, and this book is going to talk about most of them. And I think a lot of people will see a piece of themselves in there somewhere, and will be able to identify and connect
In the
to
world.
get your eyeballs out.
Yeah. Listen, I'm writing a
Yes,
book
ma'am.
too, Frenchie. I want to let you know, and it's called White People.
I
No.
I love it. I love the that's an old ancient Negro proverb. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Settle
That's a
down.
proverb. For sure.
Settle
Thank
down.
you so much, Algiers, for having me. This is a beautiful. I love your family. Like I just love you. I just so much love in my heart for y'all. Y'all are amazing and wonderful and beautiful. And yes.
And
Oh,
so are you.
Martin Luther King. Since Martin Luther King Day, quick MLK story.
Go
I
ahead. Got
every
you.
year I work with this group in DC, and they do the March on Washington Film Festival. Brody Johnson, shout out to you. He books me every year as a comedian and guest speaker. And one year I spoke, and in the audience was Martin Luther King Jr.'s great grandson.
Okay.
And he came up to me. I didn't know that. And this beautiful man comes up to me, holds my hand, and kneels before me and tells me how amazing I am. And I say, please, no,
Oh,
no, no, don't do that. Please stand up and
oh
talk.
my
Please
God.
don't do that. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked for a minute, and I was just so blown away at how humble and loving, and just
Oh
when you're
God.
embraced by your folks, there's just nothing like it. Right.
There's
And when he
nothing
walked
like it.
away, there's nothing like it. When he walked away, someone came to me and said, "Do you know who that was?" And I said, "No, I don't know." I said, "It's just some beautiful, amazing human. I don't know." And he said, "That was Martin Luther King Jr.'s great grandson." And I saw,
Wow.
I'm like, "Oh my God." So fast forward later that night, I get everybody to come with me to DC Draft House. They're like,
Right.
we want to see you perform. So I'm like, "Hey, y'all, can I come and drop a set real quick?" They're like, "Yeah, come on through." So we pull up in like several Escalades, right? We hop out, and they're like, "Okay, Frankie, coming through with a crew,"
With
right?
the crew.
I'm like, I just need like 5, 10 minutes, whatever. It's like, go do what you want. You brought people, go do what you want. I'm like, bet. So I go up, slay for like 10 minutes, come out, we're leaving, and I still, and so we're leaving. So it's somebody's birthday, and we're all singing "Happy Birthday to you,
Yes.
happy," and he's there too. The next day, I text Brody. I said, "Wait a minute." I said, "You know what I just realized? We sang the Martin Luther King Jr. birthday song with Martin Luther King Jr.'s great great grandson.
Come on
That
now.
happened. That happened last night."
That happened.
What? Excuse me? And so I know it's a silly little story, but it was just such
No.
a beautiful moment. And so on his birthday, I just needed to tell that to everybody. It was a beautiful moment. Now I'm gonna shut up. That was my last
Child, listen. Listen.
thing.
It doesn't make much sense. Come on, Frankie. Hey. Come on. Come on. Give me some
This is the
show.
only this is the only birthday song we sang growing up.
Give me some show there, Frankie. You gotta give me. Hey. It's a celebration.
That we can
Satisfied.
to show just how much we love you. I'm sure you would agree.
Hey.
You could fit my perfectly. Let's have a work party on the day you came to me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, let me. I love that version, Frankie.
There's
That's my version.
nothing
So that's
like
the New
that
Orleans
song.
bounce version, and the DJ that mixed that actually played it with um Stevie Wonder, and Stevie sang over that beat, and
Ah!
that's my version, girl. That's my version.
Okay,
I
I'm gonna need you
love
to text me that link, please. I'm gonna need you to text me that link. I need
you.
that in my
You
life.
know I surely will. Look at Anthony Oakes on here talking about he put the love eyes, the heart eyes on here. Anthony said
There's
hi.
nothing better than being at the white people birthday party and breaking that one out, and they're like, we don't.
We don't know that.
Is
We
there
don't know that.
music? Are they bringing us sheet music? I don't. Understand. Do we? Is this choreographed? Is this pre-recorded? I don't.
Oh, the foolish.
I was at a birthday one time. I said, "I'm sorry, white folks. I'm gonna need y'all to not sing right now. This is just
Listen, listen.
we just gonna sing it. Y'all
Because
just
they
gonna
gonna
just
mess up the entire beat. Just
yeah. Please don't
the
just
whole
Google it. Yeah, just Google it and follow along, but don't sing anything, please.
I love it.
I
I
love
love
you
it.
so much. This is
I love
wonderful.
you, Frankie. Thank you so much. I'm about to let you go. To all
Thank
the
you.
folks who have been watching, it's Franqi French, Miss Franqi French.
And that's
She is
everywhere too. That's Twitter, Instagram, all the Instas, Facebooks.
all of her social media. Make sure that you are following her on all of those social medias, and make sure that you are watching as she continues to progress through her journey as a fabulous comedian, entertainer, writer, uh, and
Blacktivist, because I'm putting black
activist,
things forward. And so if it
blacktivist.
ain't black, I can't mess with it. If it doesn't have blackness in the forefront, I'm really not interested. That's just where I'm at in my life.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
You are amazing. Again, Frankie French, a
Thank
bi
you,
woman
beautiful
of
human.
color. They say
Thank you
a
so
bi
much.
woman of color. They got that written about you in Advocates.
And
A
it
bi
should say
woman of
black by woman because I am not of color. I am black.
color.
Black. Yeah. City
You know
black,
how they
black,
be trying
black.
to be
Yeah.
politically correct and be wrong. I'm like,
Mm-mm, don't do it.
thank
Black,
you.
kitty black, black. Yeah, you can say it white people. Black.
Blackity, blackity, black. I love
Yeah,
you, boo. You
I
be
love you
great
too.
and be wonderful. Hold it. Let me go solo. And I am going to say goodbye to my friend Frankie. I thank y'all for holding on as long as y'all been. I got the viewers still on here. Thank you guys for being on here. Make sure that you do something positive today. Give back to the community today in any way that you can. There's a lot of virtual celebrations going on right now for Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. Martin Luther the King, like I always say, his birthday in and around all the areas, and find something positive to do to celebrate his life. It is amazing to me that the FBI sent out a happy birthday to the man that they murdered, but that's the way that the government does things. And so, and uh, Martin Luther King being murdered in the hospital by the doctor that did not want to give him the care and remove the bullet, because again, he was not dead when he got to the hospital. At the hospital, they let him die on the operating table. That's a fact that you should know. Is the reason why the black people are so worried right now and don't trust the system as far as our health system goes and the medical system, because y'all killed our leaders. And so, and you continue to kill our best and brightest, just with medical malpractice, with not giving us the right dosages, or giving us any dosages to relieve pain that we have, misdiagnosing us, not diagnosing us, all those things. So that's one of the reasons why we have such distrust for the medical world right now. And so when I get the chance, when I have to go to the doctor, I try to make sure that that doctor look like me. Okay, let me get my life together, pack it up, put it in my chest, and run to the line. Where am I? Is make sure that you follow this girl on Soul Sister Sundays. It's coming up January 31st at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's 9 o'clock on Eastern Standard Time, where I will be on there. Remember, you woke up this morning, you woke up with a purpose, walk in your purpose, ask God to guide you in your purpose, and it will be perfected. If I made you smile today, I did my job. If I made you laugh today, I did my job. If I taught you something new that you never knew before, I did my job. All I'm asking you to do is hit that share button so others can join in and listen to the conversation that you just heard right here on I'm Just Saying Live with me, your girl, Algiers Diamond. To all the replay viewers on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sharing. You are appreciated. Give a black entertainer some love today. Give a black businessman some love today. And let's grow together in love. I love you guys. And this has been I'm Just Saying with me, your girl, Algiers Diamond. And I'm going to be out.